Hi to everyone. In this video, let's discuss about another problem about the rules of inference. Here, what we are going to do it here is show that R and P or Q is a valid conclusion from the premises P or Q conditional R, P conditional M and negate M. So these are all the premises given here. What we have to conclude here is we have to prove the statement R and P or Q is a valid conclusions from these premises. So what we are going to do it here is, as usual, we are going to do the tablet. So we are going to tabulate the values. First I am writing the steps and then formula, then rule, then justification. So what I am going to do it here is, at first I am going to do the step 1. I am just going to select the simple premises here. So here the simple premises here is negate M. So here I am writing the formula as negate M. And based on which rule I am introducing this formula is based on the rule P, because rule P is we can introduce any formula at any point of the derivations. There is no necessity to mention the justifications for the rule P. So simply based on the rule P, we are introducing the formula negate M. And then we are not writing any reasons for this. Next, what I am going to do it here is, next I am going to find the next one premises. I am just going to trace the next one premises which involves the statement M. It means I have already used this one. Now I am going to make use of this one. It also comes under the introduction of the formulas. So based on the rule P, I am going to introduce the statement formula P conditional M. So next what I am going to do it here is, based on these two steps, I am just going to trace some implications. For example, negate P. When I am taking I10, negate P or Q. But if I am taking I12, modus tollens, so that negate Q, P conditional Q tautologically implies negate P. So in the same way, by using that formula, I am just going to derive data, right? That's why here I am going to mention the rule T, and for justification, what are the steps I am using? 1 and the statements 2, and I am just going to make use of the modus tollens, that is I12. So based on these things, I am going to write it here as what I am going to write it here as, here as per this I12, I am going to write it here as negate P. Yes, next I have to include the premises which involves the statement P. So since I have already processed this one, I am just going to introduce this one. So here I am introducing P or Q. As per the rule P, I am introducing this formula here. So I have to mention P here, and no need to mention the reason for this one. So simply put neg. Next, what I am going to do it here is based on the step 3 and 4. I am just going to make use of some set of implications here. For example, here negate P or Q tautologically implies Q. So based on that one, I can derive the formula. So based on the rule T, and the justification here is statement 3 and then 4, and then what about this one? It's I10. So based on I10, what I am going to do it here is, here I am just going to introduce the derive the formula Q. Then I have to trace in whatever the premises I am having the formula Q. So here I am having one more premise here. I can introduce here. So Q conditional R. That is, if Q then R. It's based on the rule P only. So I have written it here. Then again I'm just going to check for these things in the implications. It's Q and Q implies or we can take in such a way. If I am taking in such a way means it's resulting in Q. That means it results in R. But what we have to prove it here is R and P or Q is a valid conclusions from these premises that we have to prove it. So what I am just going to do it here is, I am just going to take the statements 5 and I am just going to take the statements 7. What I am going to do it here is, I am just going to make use of the statements 5 and 6. So if I am going to take the statements 5 and 6 and based on I11, I am at first writing here as R. It's based on the rule T. Next, what I am going to do it here is, I am just going to take this R and I am going to take this one. Why I am taking these two statements means, as I said earlier, I have to prove this is a valid conclusion from these premises, right? So why I have chosen here is, here I9, when you are taking I9 P comma Q, tautologically implies P and Q. So here I am just going to take R as a P and this entire statement as a Q. It means R comma P or Q. So tautologically implies I will get R and P or Q, right? So in order to do in such a way, I am just going to write it here as R and P or Q, and it's based on the rule T. And what are the statements I have used it here? I have used the step 7 and the formulas which is present in the step 4, and I have used the implications I9, right? Now looking into this formula, we have derived the conclusion as a P and R and P or Q from these premises. Hence it has been concluded R and P or Q is a valid conclusions from these premises. So in this methodology, you can easily prove whether a particular statement or else particular formula is a valid conclusions from the some set of premises. You can take several problems and you just try to solve the some set of problems just like the methodology that we have solved it here. I hope that you have understand the concepts clearly. In case if you are having any queries, kindly post your queries. Thank you.